Rizal arrives in Yokohama early in the morning of Tuesday, February 28, 1888. He registered at the Grand Hotel.
The next day he proceeded to Tokyo and took a room at Tokyo Hotel, where he stayed from March 2 to 7. Shortly after Rizal's arrival in Tokyo, he was visited at his Hotel Juan Pérez Caballero, secretary of the Spanish League. The latter invited him to live at the Spanish legation. Rizal, being an intelligent man, realized that Spanish diplomatic authorities were instructed from Manila to monitor his movements in Japan. He accepted the invitations for two reasons: he could economize his living expenses by staying at the legation, and he had nothing to hide from the prying eyes of the Spanish authorities. Rizal checked out of Tokyo Hotel and lived at the Spanish legation. He and Pérez Caballero became good friends. One afternoon in March 1888, Rizal goes to a nearby park. As he approached the park, Rizal heard the Tokyo band playing and he was impressed by the superb performance. Rizal was favorably impressed by Japan. He was a keen observer, taking copious notes on the life, customs, and cultures of the people. Things which impressed Rizal in Japan were: 1. The beauty of the country. 2. The cleanliness, politeness, and industry of Japanese people. 3. The picturesque dress and simple charm of Japanese women. 4. There were few thieves. 5. Beggars were rarely seen on the street. One spring afternoon, a few days after he had moved to the Spanish legation, Rizal saw a pretty Japanese girl walking past the legation gate. Rizal made inquiry among the legation employees and learned from one of them that she was Seiko Osui. The following afternoon, Rizal and the Japanese gardener waited at the legation gate and watched for. As she approached, Rizal politely introduced himself. Rizal took off his hat and politely introduced himself. Since that first meeting, Rizal and Osei-san, as Rizal called her, met almost daily. Together they visited interesting spots in the city: the Imperial Art Gallery, the Imperial Library, and etc. Osei-san's beauty almost tempted Rizal to settle down in Japan. At the same time, he was offered a good job in the legation. If he were a man of lesser heroic mold, he would have lived permanently in Japan and happily at that with Osei-san, but then the Philippines would have lost a Rizal. On April 13, 1888, Rizal boarded the Belgic, an English steamer, at Yokohama, bound for the United States. He left Japan with a heavy heart. Despite his sorrowing heart, Rizal enjoyed his voyage to the United States. On board the ship he met a semi-Filipino family. Another passenger which Rizal befriended on board the Belgic was Techo Suehiro, a fighting Japanese journalist, novelist, and champion of human rights, who was forced by the Japanese government to leave the country, just as Rizal was compelled to leave the Philippines by the Spanish authorities. The end. Thank you for watching.